Buhari is committed to job creation in Niger Delta, says Minister. Gunmen abduct Kogi monarch, kill one. Sri Lanka again postponed local polls. Napoli confident of victory without Osimhen, team captain assures. And this is Malachite TV Global News, reaching you live from the city of Lokoja, the confluent state of Nigeria. I am Mono Balagbobo. Thanks for joining us. The Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has asked the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal to dismiss a petition filed by the Labour Party and its presidential candidate, Peter Obi. The Commission prayed the court to dismiss Obi's petition for being grossly incompetent, abusive, vague, non-specific, and ambiguous. The Commission further discredited the petitioners over the claim that Tinubu was not elected by the majority of lawful votes cast. The electoral body argued that the petitioners' prayer to declare that Obi scored the majority of lawful votes cast at the election and be declared winner was defective for failure to join necessary parties and for lack of requisite particulars, and pleading to support same. The Commission also reiterated that Obi cannot be returned as elected, having not polled majority of the lawful votes cast at the election and secured 1/4 of the votes cast at the election in each of at least 2/3 of all states in the Federation and the FCT. And on the issue of non-representation, INEC said the petitioners did not have polling agents in all the polling units across Nigeria, as they only submitted a list of 134,000 plus polling agents, which are 41,000 short of the 176,000 plus polling units across Nigeria. The Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, Umana, said the goal of training youths to acquire technical skills is to transform them into wealth. This is according to the Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, Umana, who spoke at the commissioning of a multi-skills vocational development center in Edo State. Represented by the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry, Olufunsho Adebiyi, the minister described the training facility as one of the gains of the infrastructure agenda of the Buhari administration. In a statement, a spokesperson to the minister, Deworishe Patricia, said the project construction, which was awarded in 2 phases, December 2020 and December 2021 respectively, was in pursuance of the ministry's mandate with the goal of training youths to acquire technical skills in the Niger Delta region that can be beneficial in transforming them into wealth and job creators. He said the commissioning was an eloquent testimony to the unwavering commitment of the federal government towards addressing the inequalities in the Niger Delta region. She said that she was certain that the construction, which was handled by the local and indigenous contractors, had benefited the communities through the employment opportunities created for the youths. The fully furnished and equipped facility incorporates an ICT center, hairdressing salons, footwear design and tailoring studios, carpentry and catering workshops, outdoor exhibition space, as well as auxiliary offices with conveniences. She added that similar centers are being developed by the ministry in each of the 9 states of the Niger Delta. Standup for Women's Society has called for collaboration between her and the government agencies across Kogi State. The chairperson of the society, Kogi chapter, Muslimat Itopa, gave the call during a courtesy visit to the State Emergency and Management Agency, SEMA. Muslimat said that such collaboration will create a better society and help to grow the state economy and politically amongst women. She further urged the government across the 36 states to support SWS to achieve her aims of building more women who can take up national challenges and deliver, urging them to empower more women. Our reporter has more.
The state chairperson of the society, Muslimat Itopa, said the SWS is aimed at helping women to participate in good governance and policy making. She said women are created by God to be helpful mates and that their roles in families and society cannot be overemphasized. Muslimat advocate for more women to handle political roles at every level, both locally and nationally. She declared the readiness of Standup for Women Society to partner with the State Emergency Management Agency, SEMA, since part of their objective is aimed at helping women, children and widows in the society.
Standup for Women Society and SEMA are two similar organizations. At Kogi State Chapter, we want to partner with your organization in order for us to work together to achieve our common goal, objectives, especially in the areas of joint support for women who are worst hit by various disasters. With these visits, we hope to have more support for our women to ease their pains.
SEMA representative Margaret Aku affirmed that they are ready to partner with SWS due to the similarities in qualities of support they give to people. She emphasized that without partnership, society cannot move forward and their aim will not be achieved.
We have similar role where you say you support women in development and women and children. So it's good to partner with each other. What you have and I don't have, we can change. So it's good as you have come to partner with us and we are ready to do that.
The courtesy visit also attracted Jonah Idakwo, an officer of SEMA among others, who expressed his happiness that members of the SWS came to identify with them. He admonished women to always stick together in whatever they do to achieve positive results.
You find out a woman who aspire for a position, instead of women rallying around to support that woman, they rather go for men and leave the woman. I saw the case of that senator. I wanted to become a governor in Adamawa. Look at what happened. Few days later, women trooped to the street and they were supporting the incumbent governor, asking that woman did not win. Hey, also, are you giving yourself support? When Mrs. Sarah Debris stood for president the other time, it was only one vote, only her own vote. Where were the women in Nigeria? I pray that you people from now, you'll be able to galvanize yourself and really stand for women. If you stand for women, women will break. Our women in offices that are doing better even than men. Or if you support yourself, you stand. And I pray that God will help you. Amen. When your chapter is launched, more support from women, and then you support yourself and you see that women will maintain their position in the society. God bless you.
The vice chairperson for Stand Up for Women Society, Falilat Ibrahim, commended Governor Yahaya Bello for giving women opportunities to go into politics in Kogi and excel, pointing out that there are women in almost all governmental parastatals. She advised women to put aside jealousy and envy, as it would pose a setback in actualizing their goals. Jennifer Odimayo, reporting for MLC TV.
Governor Babagana Zulum of Borno State has extended the retirement age of teachers in the state by 5 years. This is contained in a circular from the Borno State Teaching Service Board, signed by the Permanent Secretary, Malam Yusuf Gaga. The attention of all teachers was hereby drawn to the fact that the Governor, Babagana Zulum, had approved the extension of years of service for all teachers in Borno State from 35 to 40, from 60 to 65 by age, whichever comes first. All interested teachers willing to enjoy are expected to write to the board through their principals, expressing their interest and attaching a medical certificate of fitness from any government hospital. Osun State government has ordered the immediate closure of Ife-Ede Road for 3 weeks as construction activities commenced on a section of the road in Ile-Ife. In a statement obtained in Osogbo signed by Olawale Rashid, the spokesperson for the governor, Senator Ademola Adeleke, the directive followed the inspection of the area by the governor. The statement said Adeleke, who was taken around the road and the collapsing bridge, ordered the State Ministry of Works to mobilize to the road and fix it without delay. Rashid also said the ministry had mobilized to the site for commencement of the construction work. And on to stories in politics. Governor Nyesom Wike of Rivers State has said Dino Melaye, a spokesperson for the People's Democratic Party, PDP presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar, cannot be governor of Kogi State. Wike warned that the PDP would fail if Melaye emerged as its governorship candidate. According to Wike, he said that if they give Dino Melaye the governorship ticket, they know that he will fail and there is no way he can win. He said, why will Kogi people vote for a candidate like Dino? People can't vote for Dino because he's from Kogi. Dino does not have what it takes to be the governor of the state. And it's not by coming on national TV to act drama or insult him. Last week, Melaye joined the Kogi State governorship race as PDP prepares to hold its primary election in the state.
When Saraki bought him, and so it was.
Go ahead, Your Excellency.
I look at characters I cannot. I mean, Dino should do what to the governor of the Kogi, and people of Kogi will go and vote.
Senator Saraki brought him to
if Saraki is watching this, that he will laugh very well.
Yeah, so, he brought him to.
Don't worry, I will not go to. Do you know what happened? So at that time,
he operating suspense.
Of what? At that time, he was following Saraki. So one day, when Atiku Abubakar came back from Dubai after the 2019 election, so it was in my house here. So they came in the night. Who did I see? I called my son. I said, what's going on? Have you abandoned the Saraki? I think there are no characters I should talk about at all. He asked Senator Mao Ohabuwan when I was running for this presidential everything. What did the Dino tell me? Asked Senator Mao Ohabuwan. What was that? And you are telling me now that PDP wants to win the election, and what you will do is to give ticket to Dino Melaye, and you say that tomorrow that you were rigged when you have already started rigging yourself. I mean, if a party, and that's what I said, is this party serious at all? Do they really want to win the election, or they just want to present a candidate? Are we saying that we want to win election, or we want to have a candidate? There are two things there. There are two things. As a party, you watch the ruling party. What did they do? Where have they picked their candidate? What's the strategy? What are we going to do? You don't just come because, oh, Dino was the one abusing people on behalf of your party. Therefore, that entitles him to fly the flag of the party in Kogi State.
Are you alleging, Your Excellency, that plans are afoot to ensure that Senator Dino Melaye becomes the governorship candidate?
That's very obvious. It's very obvious. And that's why I don't talk, that's why when you talk about the leadership of the party should know. Do you love this party? If you love this party, will you sit down and allow this? Because he was your, what do you call it? He was your attack dog. Okay. Who can abuse anybody. So that's a compensation.
And meanwhile, in an interview with journalists, Dino Melaye described Governor Wike as a desperate politician who wanted to be the vice presidential candidate by all costs.
I'll tell you that Wike is a pretentious character, is a liar, and he has no integrity, no iota of integrity. Wike was calling me when Atiku Abubakar was to announce his running mates. I have records and I've printed it out and I'm waiting for him. He called me 19 times in 2 hours, begging us to convince Atiku Abubakar to make him the vice presidential candidate. So when I see him lying on TV, because of the south of this country, because of southern Nigeria, the Nyesom of north to south, you that were lobbying us and begging us, promising us heaven and earth to convince Atiku Abubakar to make you vice presidential candidate, to the extent that he was at the airport. I have a video. He spent hours in the airport waiting for me to call him to say, Atiku have picked you as a... He was at the airport here, waiting, calling me. He was calling me, my brother and friend, who is were in the Senate together, was also calling me that day. I have witnesses. I even gave the phone to Abdul Ningi to speak with him. I gave the phone to Senator Zameri to speak with him. He was begging all of us, promising heaven and earth. Atiku should announce him. It was around 1 or so that I told him, Aghara, nobody will give you vice president. That was when he left and then flew back to... So the man who was so desperate to be vice president, because you didn't get it, you now started a southern agenda. I don't believe in such unprincipled, zero integrity character like Nyesom Wike.
Following the court decision, the All Progressive Congress APC has adopted a direct mode of primaries for the conduction of the governorship primary election in Kogi State. The party informed the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) and the aspirants of its decision to adopt the direct mode in a letter dated 6 April 2023 and signed by the acting national chairman, Senator Abubakar Kyari. They referred to their earlier letter dated 25th January 2023 with reference number APC NHDQ INEC 19023191, wherein they notify the Commission of the mode of the primary election for the conduct of the gubernatorial primary election in Kogi State. Justice Omotosho therefore restrained INEC from accepting and acting on the said delegate list. He said the APC in Kogi State still has an opportunity with the existing time frame to conduct valid special ward congresses to elect delegates who will elect the party's candidate for the governorship election. Alternatively, the judge said the APC in Kogi could opt for any other mode of electing its candidate for the governorship election should it decide not to conduct valid special congresses as ordered by the court. However, their great party, the All Progressive Congress APC, had reviewed the modalities for the conduct of the governorship primaries election in the state and therefore resorted to adopt the direct mode of primary election instead of the indirect mode as earlier communicated. The date for the conduct of the primary election still remains the 14th Friday, 2023 of April. They also said that there shall be a special congress to ratify the candidate with the highest number of votes at the governorship primary election in Kogi State, which is scheduled for the 15th of April 2023, according to the letter made available to the public. We'll go on a short break. We'll be right back.
Malachite TV Online is here. For your timely and reliable news that reaches you fast with the breaking news, choose MLC TV. Get human interest stories right here on MLC TV. With entertainment, sports, business, culture, tourism, and fashion news stories all featured on MLC TV. Not forgetting political and current affairs news, state and federal government and people's matters will be discussed regularly on MLC TV. MLC TV, your one-stop online destination for unbiased, accurate news, entrepreneur ideas, and youth matters to the rest of the world. MLC TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone.
Glad to have you back. The Benue State Governor Samuel Ortom has suspended the operations of livestock guards and the state paramilitary agency saddled with the enforcement of the state opening grazing for a period of 2 weeks to allow all herdsmen with livestock in the state to leave. Ortom disclosed this at the end of the State Security Council meeting on Tuesday after over 130 persons were gruesomely killed across the state within 1 week. He said the suspension was to show a good faith to all those who claim to have come into the state without knowing there is open grazing prohibition and ranches establishment law of 2017 that is solely anti-grazing. He also said the security agencies in the state have confirmed the receipt of the President Muhammadu Buhari's directive to fish out perpetrators of the mass killings across the state. He beseeched the security agencies to act as fast on the matter in order to bring victims of the attack some form of justice. The Aghara community in Kabba-Bunu local government area of Kogi State was on Tuesday thrown into mourning when gunmen stormed the community and abducted the traditional ruler and one other person. The incident occurred around 3 a.m. in the early hours of Tuesday. It was gathered that one person identified as Toyi Onare, a domestic worker in the palace, lost her life in the attack, while 2 others, Chief David Obadofin, the traditional ruler of the village, and one Temidayo Elewa, were abducted. The Kogi State Police Command spokesman, SP William Ayawal, confirming the incident, said the hoodlums arrived at the palace around 3 a.m. when residents were sleeping and shot indiscriminately. In the process, Toyin, a widow who had gone to lend a hand on the farm, was shot. The gunmen whisked the traditional ruler and Temidayo to the bush, abandoning the poor widow in a pool of blood. Toyin was rushed to a hospital in Kabba, the headquarters of the local government area, about 35 minutes drive away, where doctors confirmed her dead on arrival. On hearing the report, the State Commissioner of Police, Hakim Yusuf, deployed a tactical team of officers to the area to fish out the perpetrators and rescue the victim. A police division, Makadi, has arrested one Kelvin IORFA, aged 59 years, who assaulted his younger stepsister, Ugwasin Ofo, in a video made viral with immediate effect. The video that surfaced on the social media 4 days ago generated reactions, and immediately the Commissioner of Police, Benue State Command, ordered the young man arrested with immediate effect. The police public relations officer, SP Anene Sewuse Catherine, said the suspect had confessed that he had a heated argument with his younger sister and it provoked him to beat her up that much. Catherine said efforts are being made to reach the victim, who is said to have gone out of reach since the incident. The Commissioner of Police, Benue State Command, CP Wale Abbas, has ordered a detailed investigation into the case to unravel the condition and the location of the victim. The CP also commends members of the public for efforts made to reach the police on this case. As at the time of filing this report, the suspect is still in custody and investigation is ongoing. Meanwhile, the Standup for Women Society, Benue State chapter, is already being informed to also follow up on the matter until justice is served. The president, Barrister Deborah Ijadele, saying no man should be allowed to treat a woman the way he did. Aditona has directed the chairperson in Benue State to follow it to the letter. Stand Up for Women Society is a non-governmental organization who part of her objectives is to support women and help them get justice if abused in any form. A final year student of Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife Okoli Chizobutam, has been beaten to death by angry mob on campus over alleged phone theft. In a statement released by the Students' Union Government, SUG, President Folahon Festus, the student was pronounced dead on arrival at the emergency department of the OAU Teaching Hospital on Tuesday afternoon. In a press statement released, the SUG stated that preliminary investigations showed that the deceased was accused to have stolen a phone. While they await official report from the law enforcement agencies, he said that the incident is a very sad one to the Great Ife Students' Union because their union is not a union of barbarians, but that of intellectuals. The SUG president also reassured Great Ife students that the union is working assiduously with the school authorities and that relevant law enforcement officers to make sure that justice is meted out appropriately. And on to news on the foreign scene. Sri Lanka has postponed local polls again in defiance of a court order delaying a de facto referendum on President Ranil Wickremesinghe's efforts to restore bankrupt island nation's finances. Elections were originally slated for last month, but Wickremesinghe's administration refused to finance them, saying the money was needed to pay for salaries and pensions. His government was rebuked by the Supreme Court and ordered to release the funds for a scheduled vote on April 25th, but so far that has not happened. The delayed polls are to pick local councillors, but will be the first electoral test for Wickremesinghe since he took office. The Election Commission said in a brief statement that a new date will be announced if a firm date is given by the government to release the necessary funds or there is another decision of the Supreme Court. More than 100 people are feared to have been killed in Tuesday's airstrike by the Myanmar military, one of the deadliest so far in the civil war. Survivors told the BBC reported that they had collected at least 80 bodies but expect the toll to rise further. The United Nations has condemned the attack, which targeted a village in the northwestern Sajan region. The military has increasingly used airstrikes against their opponents since seizing power in February 2021. The spokesman for the military junta, General Zob Mintun, told state television that yes, they launched the airstrike. ABD that they had chosen to attack Pazingir because the village was holding a ceremony to mark the opening of an office for their local volunteer defense force. These anti-coup militias known as People's Defense Forces are waging an armed campaign against the military in various parts of Myanmar. Communities in Sajan have put up some of the strongest opposition to military rule. With so many army convoys being ambushed now on the roads, the junta is using air power more wildly, targeting symbols of defiance of its rule. This includes schools and health clinics. Sometimes entire villages are destroyed in a scorched earth campaign, which it hopes will eventually exhaust the tenacious resistance it is facing in much of the country. In our non-sports, let's join Dino Melaye for the update.
On sports update, New Zealand and Nigerian mixed martial artist Israel Adesanya has described Nigeria as a very corrupt place. He said he loves Nigerians, but there are a lot of red flags about the country. The last time bender was featured in the recent episode of the Hot Boxing audio-visual podcast. Adesanya pointed out that the Nigerian leaders are desperate to loot public funds. Still on sports, Napoli captain Giovanni Di Lorenzo insists that the team can perform well against AC Milan without the presence of Victor Osimhen. Osimhen, who has made 5 appearances for Napoli in the Champions League this season with 4 goals, is currently suffering from a muscle injury he sustained while on international duty with Nigeria in March. Napoli will be facing AC Milan tonight in the first leg of their UEFA Champions League quarter-final clash. The Serie A leaders will be without their top striker Victor Osimhen in the game. Napoli were battered by 4-0 by AC Milan in the league match last month, with Osimhen missing out in the action. We know that Osimhen is a great player and is a very important player for us, but we don't depend only on one player. We have and have full confidence in the available players, he added. And that's sports update on MLC TV News. I am Malik Jonah reporting. Back to Akasta for more stories.
Thank you, Jonah. And on to entertainment news. Let's join Joy Dada to take us through the latest happenings in the world of entertainment.
Welcome to our entertainment news. I am Joy Dada. Davido dropped music video for his hit single, Unavailable. Millie Bobby Brown announced her engagement to Jake Bongiovi. A Nigerian award-winning megastar, David Adeleke, popularly called Davido, has released the first music video of his hit single, Unavailable, a song of his new album, Timeless. The music video sees the announcement of Davido's return after a prolonged moment away from the limelight, and he features South African star Musa Keys. In the colorful visuals directed by Dami Twitch, Davido joined dancers dressed in colorful South African traditional attire while delivering steps of the trending Unavailable TikTok challenge. Since the album's release, Davido has dominated streaming platforms and broken multiple first-week records. Hollywood actress Millie Bobby Brown has announced her engagement to Jake Bongiovi, her boyfriend of 2.5 years. Posting a picture of herself with Bongiovi, the 19-year-old Stranger Things star says she has loved Jake for 3 summers now, stressing that it was time to pour all her love on him. An engagement ring could be seen on her finger, but Brown added a white love heart emoji to the end of her post. Bongiovi, 20, is an actor and the son of legendary singer Jon Bon Jovi. Thanks for joining me. I am Joy Dada, reporting for MLC TV.
Thanks, Joy, for that update. And that is the size of our package. Please watch, subscribe, share if you enjoy watching what we are doing. Our YouTube channel is Malachite TV. Facebook pages are MLC TV, MLC TV 2. Instagram is MLC TV 2021 and Twitter at MLC TV 1. For your events appearance on any of our programs, contributions, comments, adverts, placements, or sponsorship, please call or send an SMS to any of our numbers displaying on your screen. Join Malachite TV online weekends to watch our various programs. On Saturday by 7 p.m., The Political Arena. On Sunday, 6 p.m., Women's World. And on Monday, 9 a.m., For the Opinion. It's Malachite TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone. Continue to be your brother's keeper to build a happier and better society together. I am Mono Balagugu. Thanks for watching and see you same time tomorrow.